Hello, everyone, and welcome to our special episode where we are going to announce the new team in the JL. I have the owner of this new team with me here, Kyle Koopman, and on the other line we got Kale to talk about it a little bit. And if you haven't heard already, which I'm sure most of you have because a lot of you saw the article, but if you haven't heard, he's getting a new team, and I'm going to let Kale talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, so over the weekend there was pretty big news according to the analytics that we get back. Basically everyone that follows this league at all saw it, so I'm not going to go into it. Big deal. But basically Kyle Koopman here has wanted to own his own franchise for quite some time now. It's just that he has been under contract with the Underdogs for a while and was unable to do so, but now that he is a free agent, he kind of went back and forth with the idea of whether or not he was going to pull the trigger and do it. He was kind of waiting to see what other offers he would get from teams in free agency. Didn't get what he wanted, and ultimately went through with, I think, what he wanted to do anyways, which is start his own franchise. And so we're happy to have him as an owner in this league. I think he's going to do a good job, and we're going to turn it over to Kyle now to let everybody know what his franchise's name is first. Kyle, why don't you go ahead?
Okay, so since I grew up in Anaheim, California, that's the city I chose, was Anaheim, and I just thought of a pretty cool name. It's going to be the Anaheim Storm.
Brock, what do you think of the name? Personally, I really liked it. There's so many franchises that are in the Cast Rock, Cowlitz County area that were running out of location names kind of, and he had the opportunity to go pick a place to represent that was going to be outside the area because of his past living there, and I really liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too, and it makes sense. He didn't just pick Anaheim out of nowhere. He actually lived there, so I liked it too.
All right, let's show him the logo for the franchise. We'll throw it up here on the screen. And Brock, what do you think? Because this honestly might be my new favorite logo in the entire league.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like that it's it's not just a picture of a lightning bolt or some cloud or something. It's it's an angry cloud just holding the so I think it's cool, and I like the colors too. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the wine red and black and gray. I don't know, there's just something about that cloud that just I don't know, it's really cool. All right, let's
league are getting better and better with the last two teams.
The what?
I said the logos in this league, they're getting better and better.
I know. We're getting more artistic every time. All right, Brock, I know we got a couple questions for Kyle about this franchise. Why don't you start off?
All right, so our first one, we're going to start off because we've talked a little bit, and we want to know, and people want to know, what is your attack going to be going into JL 13? So this coming tournament.
So 13, the free agent, no disrespect to anybody out there, but the free agent market right now is not the hottest. But, Nicholas Proudfoot is probably a big target for me. I've had the idea of finding new rookies maybe, but it might even come down to me having to pitch, and that might not be the best thing. So, JL 13 might be a rough one for the new team, but.
So it sounds like you've accepted the fact that you might not do real well this first one.
New teams, I don't think the Wrecking Crew will do very good. I mean, the only new team that is going to do good is the Express, and they have Kyle, so that's why.
All right, let's look long-term here. We know JL 13 assembling a good roster for that just because of the free agent market is going to be really tough for you to have a real, successful playoff team. But after that, there's going to be a lot of free agents, and you'll be a tournament in with this team. You'll have some experience. You'll kind of know, have a better idea of what it's going to take to build a franchise in the JL. I mean, it's the JL. It's not that hard. But long term, what do you think your vision is.
Well, I actually want to be the first franchise to win more than 2 back-to-back JL titles. I mean, I don't think 2's been done, but I want to win more than 2 back-to-back, hopefully.
High standards.
My goal.
No one's ever even won back-to-back.
Yeah, I want to win back-to-back, at least 3.
You want to win a three-peat.
So my goal as an owner is to go find the best and keep the best. That's my goal. You get a decent pitcher, you can get good hitters. If you get a really good pitcher, you need decent hitters. It's just, I mean, like you said, it's not a hard concept. I mean, you just got to be able to pitch and hit. That's all. And
so that's kind of a vague answer, and it makes sense. But do you have anything in specific that you're looking for in the future, or are you just kind of with the flow right now?
Well, I mean, everybody knows Kyle's contract is going to be up. He's going to be a big target. I mean, and that free agency, but there's also a lot of big names, like you said, is Mike Sullivan. He's going to be a free agent.
Yes, he will.
Tate.
He plays for Mike over, so he doesn't.
He probably won't leave. He'll probably want a lot of money if he does, but there's a lot of big names that are going to be free agents after 13. So Ty Johnson.
That's what I was gonna. One thing that leads good into one thing I wanted to ask you was, what's going to be your approach as an owner? Like, are you going to be one of those owners that is just going to, in terms of recruiting players, are you going to just throw the money at them to try to get them, or do you have like some other kind of scheme? Because we've seen both ways.
It really depends on the player. Like Kyle, for instance, I've heard that he wanted to be the highest paid player in JL. So obviously with Kyle, you're just going to find out who's been offering him what, and you're just going to beat their price if you can. So, I mean, it all depends on who the player is. If it's someone like Tate Klein who can care about money a lot, but it can also care about winning, you just don't.
You never know.
It's a different approach to each player, I think, but it depends on the player.
Well, we think you're going to be a good owner in this league, Kyle, and we're not just saying that either. Me and Brock were talking about it earlier. Brock, you have any final words before we officially put the Anaheim Storm in the league?
You know what? Not really official final words, but I just think that after a few tournaments, I think this team is actually going to be a contender in virtually every tournament. So we're excited to have you. Thanks for joining us here. Kale, you have anything final to say? If not, then I'll end this.
No, I don't.
All right.
Good luck, Kyle.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So if you want to check us out, you can find us on Facebook or Twitter and Instagram at JL_wiffleball and Snapchat at JL-wiffleball. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.